Hey, Talofa Lava. This is Leotawa Dr. John Peterson, and we are back for another episode of the Alofa Movement, TE2 Edge Sports Cards. In the last episode, a few hours back, I opened up a few Cello packs of 1985 Topps football, which is right here. And you can see the cards here that I ended up getting. I spent a little time doing some other things, took a little nap, which was nice, but also put the cards into the decent ones that I could find online into Ultra Pro sleeves. And so just some highlights. We got a Dent, another Dent rookie, Dickerson record breaker, Holden Elway. Elway's in pretty good shape. Not awesome, but decent. Ed Too Tall Jones. This was an interesting card. I looked it up on PSA. Couldn't find any data on it. This is the best card that we pulled for sure. I'm pretty pleased with it. It's a Merino. PSA 9, maybe. Doubt it's a Gem Mint 10, but never know. Could get lucky. But a PSA 9, well, they're selling for about $115 right now. Couple LTs. Lawrence Taylor, this is one of them. Not in great shape, but still fun. Thought this was interesting. This card, Jan Stenerud, he's a Hall of Fame kicker. About $50 PSA 9. Now it's not a 9 because the bottom left corner's dinged up pretty good down there. But anyway, found some nice cards, enjoyed myself, and thought I would come back and open up a few more. It's surprising to me. There are some cards, if you can get them in a 9, or even if you're lucky enough to get them in a 10, there are some cards in this set that you wouldn't think that are very valuable, that are pretty valuable. So, all right, without any further ado, let's open up the box. And again, this is kind of a slow process. I only went through 6 different Cello packs, which is roughly 1/4 of the cards in the box. I'll probably go through another 6 tonight with you guys now, and then post the video onto Facebook, and then I don't know, maybe do another one later tonight, maybe not, we'll see. Saturday night, so, and my family's out of town, so might as well take a look at some cards. Again, these are Cello packs. For those of you that may have not seen the original episode from earlier this afternoon, these sold for retail 59 cents. 28 cards, 1 sticker, 1 stick of bubble gum. You can see Charlie over there. Hey, Charlie. Charlie's a good puppy. She's kind of got the run of the house right now because her sister Netta's gone. So we got the handy dandy scissors. Oh, other couple tools. Got this magnifier. Really sweet tool. Really glad I picked that up. All right, so a couple things. Have had to peel this back a little bit, and then have been sliding the scissors. It's kind of like doing a little bit of surgery here. Definitely don't want to pull too much on the cellophane wrapper, because that can bend the corners. And if you get a good card and it's in decent shape, you definitely don't want to do anything unnecessarily that hurts the value of the card. So yeah, just watching a little football here. Got the fireplace on. Got the fake fireplace on, but actually that kicks out a pretty good amount of heat. It's over there, you can see it. Got the laptop computer here. One thing that's interesting is that the PSA website for looking up cards is down right now. So I don't know what's going on with that. I think they're having issues with the server. First card's Joe Jacoby. One of the Hogs. Yeah, good player. Let's set these right here. Andre Tippett. Pretty sure Andre Tippett is a Hall of Famer. Yeah. He's a good player. He's an outside linebacker. Joe Washington. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Not the best cut. A little off center. There's the Montana. All right. So corners look real sharp. Edges look solid. Left to right. I don't know. Maybe 35, 65. That's too bad. Even top to bottom. Probably 60-40 top to bottom. So, yeah, probably not worth a ton, but still a cool card nonetheless. Let's see what that card is worth on here. Here's the computer. So it's definitely not a PSA 9. Probably a 7, maybe an 8. Yeah, PSA 8, 30 bucks. Not too much. These cards are so condition sensitive. I mean, it's ridiculous. You really gotta pull cards that are really in nice shape, which is hard to do with this set. So I'm gonna set that to the side. There's another record breaker. I already got one of those. I'm gonna set this up here. Some of these cards are commons. It's a fair amount. Like the interception leaders, the leaders cards. Here we go. Walter Payton record breaker. It's a nice card. Oh, the bottom right stinged a little bit, which is too bad. Otherwise, it's centered pretty well. It's maybe 55-45 top to bottom. Let's see what this is selling for, or has sold for, I should say. So if this is an 8, thinking. Yeah, so the record breaker, not bad, 50 bucks. 50 bucks as an 8. Is this an 8? Eh, probably not. Still a cool card though. Randy Cross, Ronnie Lott. Definitely want to put that one in a sleeve. See if I can turn the cards a little bit. Oh, that's Mark Clayton record breaker. This is the first card in the set. This card's worth some money actually. Let me just look this one up. Put this in as a PSA 8. Yeah, it looks like it sold on December 21st for $9. That's a little less than I thought. But as a PSA 9, jumps up to 76. I don't think this is a 9 though. This is a nice card, Billy Sims. He was a really good running back. Before Barry Sanders, Billy Sims, he was a man. Save that one. Then I got a couple different stacks here. This taller stack is for cards that I have to go through. And Joe Montana sticker. I'm gonna toss that though. It's destroyed by the gum. Oh, hey! Now that's nice. Our third Richard Dent rookie card, just like that, on the back of that card that had the gum on it. So it was barely stuck on there. This one's in pretty good shape. Yeah, I'd say that could be maybe a 9. The cut's a little bit low on the bottom and the top, or bottom and the side. But hey, 3 Richard Dent rookies in one Cello box? You might ask yourself, what's that Richard Dent go for? Let's say that's an 8. Which I try and go on the low end. And I know it's easy to say, well, my card is worth this much because I think it's this or that. And what I find is that when you use this tool, you find quite a few imperfections in the cards. All right, 20 bucks. In November, it sold for 50. So it looks like it's anywhere from 20 bucks to 50 bucks. Just out of curiosity though, what's a 9 sell for? Look at that, 125 for a 9, all the way up to 208. So back in November, a 9 sold for $225. It's big time right there, boy. I'll tell you what, big time. All right, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Just to be safe, I'm gonna put this one in a sleeve right now, and put this one in a sleeve right now. That's how you do that. So take your sleeve. I like to try and open up the sleeve a little bit like this. If you're any youngsters, if there's any youngsters out there watching, then just gently slide it in. There you go. All right, so here we go. We're not even halfway through the box and we've already got 3 Dent rookies. Now, the premier rookie of this box is for sure the Warren Moon card. But I think some people sleep on the Richard Dent rookie card and forget how good of a player he was. Hall of Famer, instrumental part of the Chicago 86 team, 85-86 team that won the Super Bowl and went 15-1. Let's just take a look at his stats. Open up a new tab. So when you're dealing with older cards, sometimes it's nice to get a sense of where these guys ended up in terms of their stats. So Richard Dent played for the Bears. He was the MVP of Super Bowl 20. He was also selected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2011. Let's see here. Let's check out statscrew.com. So he played from 83 to 97. Played 14 years. And had 137.5 sacks. I don't know where that lands him all time. Let's just do a quick search. All time sacks. Well, it says he has 124.5. No, 137.5. Michael Strahan. Yeah, Well, here we go. NFL all-time sacks leaders. So where does he rank? Yeah, Dent's top 10. He's number 10. He's tied with John Randall. Only one sack behind DeMarcus Ware. So top 10 sacks leader all-time NFL. Now, of course, the NFL didn't officially keep track of the sacks, until later on. So like Deacon Jones probably had 200 sacks. Bruce Smith is the leader in sacks. He had 200. And then right behind him is Reggie White, who had, let's see if I can get this open here. Reggie White had 998. And then there's a pretty big drop-off where Kevin Green, which I think is pretty impressive. Kevin Green was not a big guy. He actually was a coach for the Packers when they won the Super Bowl in 2010. All right, got our handy dandy scissors there. See, sometimes these little strings, these little pieces need to be cut. I don't want to pull on them. I apologize for how slow this is, but good grief. All it takes is... I got Ohio State and Utah playing in the background for football. What's the score? Utah's up 35-21. Hope Utah wins. I hate Ohio State. No offense to any Buckeye fans out there, but... not a fan. Almost always give the Badgers a hard time. I'm a Wisconsin Badgers fan. All right, Ricky Jackson. Stanley Morgan. Mark Eason. Mark Mosley. I got a Vikings team card, smothering the opposition. Another one of these reception leaders cards. Art Monk. People forget how good Art Monk was. Man, Art Monk was a really nice player. In fact, if you look here, one of these McDonald's, 30 McDonald's players is this Art Monk. Hall of Fame receiver. A lot of people don't remember him, but he was very good. Just a very solid route runner. Great hands. Good to great hands. What do we got here? Oh man, that's too bad. I like this guy. Anthony Munoz. Probably, maybe the best left tackle of all time. He got gummed. Warren Moon sticker on the back. I'm going to leave that one in there. So then you can see on these cards, the card after the sticker is indented. Same with the second one. Same with the third one. A little less so with the fourth one. Then by the fifth or sixth card, oh, here's a nice card. Third year Marcus Allen. Centering on this one's pretty good. Check this out. Let's take out our handy dandy. Upper right corner looks good. Bottom right corner looks good. Upper left looks good. Bottom left looks good. This card might, oh shoot, look at that. There's deterioration on the ink right here. You can look really carefully. That's all it takes. Card's not worthless, but it's definitely not worth getting graded. or as they say, slab can. And record breaker, Art Monk. This card actually might be worth a little bit. It's a Broncos team card. It's got Elway on it. This guy was a nice player, James Brooks. He was kind of like the all-purpose running back before that became a thing. Yeah, real good player. He made the Pro Bowl a few years. All right, let's make this new pile here. All right, let's keep going. Now, you want to look and see if anybody good is on the front or the back, because if they are, you kind of don't want to open that pack. You can resell that pack for a decent amount of money, actually. Unless you really want the card. You know, if it's a Warren Moon and you really want that rookie card of Warren Moon, then you definitely want to open it up. But if you have an interest in reselling just the pack, you can certainly do that with these packs of cards. Let's slide the old scissors here. I know for some people this is probably, what in the heck? Why would people watch this? But for someone like myself who enjoys cards and has enjoyed cards since the early 1980s, every single one of these packs is like opening up a mini Christmas. Meaning, you know, you don't know what you're gonna get. It could be really, really good. It could be maybe a bit of a letdown, but you never know. But you know that no matter what, you're gonna get some cool cards. All right, so, oh, here we go now. Now this one, this looks pretty darn good. Yeah, little off center. It's a nice card though. All right, let me get this in a sleeve. I need some more sleeves here. Here we go. Got cards all over the place here. Let's put the sleeves over here. Be real careful when you pick these up. Slide it in there. Just like that. You can get kind of a sense of. This one I might get this graded. Let's take a look at the corners. Upper right, sharp. Bottom right, ooh, just a little microscopic. You can barely see it. Bottom left is solid. Upper left is solid. The only thing that might keep this from being a gem mint is the centering. But see, PSA, a little different than CSG, tends to have a little give with centering. CSG is not forgiving with centering, not at all. CSG is very strict with their grading, and centering and surface are two of the most strict areas. Well, let's take a look at this. Let's see what the comps look like this for sold in a PSA 10. Because that could be a 10. Yeah, it's nice. Not gonna lie. Is it a 10? Tough to say. You're always lucky when you get a 10, I think. Well, so far so good. So I'm not even seeing, well, by comparison, an 8.5 is $60. So if the 8.5 is 60, This is at least an 8.5. I'm gonna say this is at least $100. That's pretty good. So let's put these here. Put those there. So that's the second one of that card that we've gotten out of this Cello pack. Here's the first one. Gives you kind of a sense of how that looked. And you compare that with this one. Definitely more centered. Yeah, we're getting some pretty good cards out of this Cello box. I'm very pleased. Even if we had no more packs left, I'd be pretty satisfied. 3 dents, a real nice Merino, the Passing Leaders card, the Montana, the Elway. I think we're doing pretty good. We got the, oh, that one's just says Mike Green. Yeah, Mike, garbage. Sorry, bud, but you're not making the cut. Oh, let's see here. We got Eagles, Steve Fuller. He was the back. Ooh, here we go. Okay, just like that. Boom, boom. Now this one, yeah, not in great shape. I love Eric Dickerson. I mean, if you were a kid back in 84, 85, 86, it was hard not to love this guy. He was so cool. Tall, incredibly fast, upright runner. Shoot, he rushed for 2,105 yards that season. All-time record, I believe. So, unfortunately, one of the corners has been bent up a little bit. You can kind of see there, right, that bottom one there. Sometimes you can press it down a little bit. It softens it. I mean, actually flattens it, I should say. I just kind of press hard like that. Yeah. You can't take the white out of it. That's not going to happen. Why is this card not worth more? Well, there's some deterioration on the ink, some print, fish eyes, as they call them, right down here. You can see, and then the centering is not fantastic. Yeah, the centering's probably 70-30 top to bottom, and maybe 40-60 left to right. So, but you know what? That's the way it goes. Some are in great. Oh, here's a cool card. Clay Matthews, father of Clay Matthews. Mark Duper. He was a fun player. Got a lot of passes from Bob Greasy, from Dan Marino. Yeah, so you can see some of these cards here up in the corner got bent. They were bent. And that happens. We're talking about a box of cards that's, what did I say it was, 37 years old? When these cards came out, I was 11 years old. I'm 47. So, the fact that any of these cards are in good shape, I think, is a bit of a miracle. These cards, these 85 tops are, I mean, I think for football, it's about the most affordable option that's out there. And don't get me wrong, these weren't super cheap to purchase. I won't say how much I paid for them, but it was more than $200. But it wasn't thousands of dollars either. 84 tops football, forget it. You're looking at spending $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. That's more than I want to spend. Too much risk with that. 86 tops, the Jerry Rice rookie card, the green candy canes with the white candy cane stripes, $3,000. So And then the 87s, nice cards, but there's nothing real special about those 87 Topps football. 88 Topps football, also a very nice looking set. But nothing super special about them. I mean, you can still buy these 85 Topps football cards for a relatively decent price. And again, because of these black borders, you find some of these cards in gem mint, and they are worth a fair amount of money. Look at that, John Riggins, otherwise known as Riggo. He's a Hall of Famer. Not a great cut, but oh, here we go. Another Montana. This one has a little bit better cut to it, but again, that corner must have gotten bumped somewhere along the way. I'm gonna kind of try and work that one. That one came down pretty good. If you look from the side, you can kind of tell. Be surprised though. You can fix them up a little bit. Some little tricks of the trade. I don't know if you saw my video the other night, but I had that 87 Barry Bonds in the Fleer that I pulled that had a little bit of wax in the back. And got the old trusty pantyhose out and took the wax off. All right, there you have it. Another Joe Montana. So 2 Joe Montanas. I mean, comparatively speaking to that 87 Fleer box, I got 1 Bonds out of the 87 Fleer box, but I've gotten multiples of Montana. Still no Warren Moon though. Oh, let's see here. Another Dent rookie. Now this one, corners wise, this one is really nice. No chipping, no white on the corners. The only issue, oh, a little bit down here again. Look at that. Right down there, that corner. That bottom left corner. Dang. All the cards. Oh, shoot. It's too bad. Yeah, it lifted it up and it's a little bit white. So when you look at it under the microscope, yeah, it doesn't look great. Otherwise, good. But this is our 4th Richard Dent rookie card. Are you kidding me? Man, if we keep getting them at this rate, we're gonna get a gem mint one. Those gem mints of the Dents, most recent one sold for $2,200. That's fantastic. All right. Well, at least we got options with the Dents. I mean, you could get, if the prices for PSA came down, you could get all 4 of these graded and have options for people to buy, which I think is good. Some people want a card in a gem mint. You know, they got the money to pay for it. Other people, they're looking for something like a 7 or an 8. They're satisfied with that. They don't need to have a gem mint card. They just want to have the card because they like it. All right, there's another Charlie Joyner. Got 3 of those. Van McElroy. Gum. Garbage. There's a good packer. Card's bent in the middle though from the gum. Ezra Johnson. Man, these cards are nice. Honestly, I think this is my favorite football set. I mean, I don't have many 70s football cards. I didn't collect at that time. And I've never been super into football. Probably bought the most 86s. But again, those 86s, man, those are as hard as these to find in good condition. NFC Championship game. Look at this card. Wow. Suey! Matt Suey, right? 85 Bears, baby. Or no, this is 84. So the Bears got beat that year by the 49ers because the 49ers won it in 84. And then the next year, the Bears won the Super Bowl. Kellen Winslow, he's a nice player. Tight end. It's kind of like the beginning of the prototypical NFL tight end. All right. Well, that was pretty good. I'm not complaining. Let me move these a bit here. This here. And we are not even halfway there yet. I don't know what you call it when you get good cards. Hit rate? I'm not even sure, but I think the hit rate on good cards out of this is pretty good. Still on the hunt for the Warren Moon, though. Now, the funny thing about it is Warren Moon, he wasn't a rookie in 84. That was his first year in the NFL. But he had played in the USF, or the Canadian Football League, actually, prior to coming to the NFL. And he went to the University of Washington, if I'm not mistaken, and was a very good quarterback. Black quarterback. One of the first black quarterbacks. There are others, but he's like one of the main first ones. And had to face, I think, a fair amount of discrimination because he was black and he played quarterback, which doesn't make any sense. I mean, today we look at that and think to ourselves, well, how foolish is that? So I'm trying to figure out, where are these getting bent? So here like this. Yeah. Oh, they got bent in the box. This part is facing in, so yeah. Trying to figure out why they're bent. Oh man. Oh. Yeah, might be able. Oh, LT. I'm keeping that sticker anyway, though. Love LT. And an actual intact piece of gum. No, I'm not going to eat it. Things taste gross. Okay, so here's a good Munoz. That's definitely put in another Theismann. 3 of those. Another Tom Flynn. 3 of those. Darryl Green, Hall of Famer, great cornerback, super fast. What kind of shape is that card in? That's decent. Probably not a 10 though. Sammy White. Ooh, I like this guy. It's a little bit later in his career, but this guy is Randy White, otherwise known as the Manster. Half man, half monster. It can be said of Randy that while still at the peak of his ability, he has already fashioned a career which will land him in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. In 1984, he became the only Cowboy ever to be named All-Pro 7 consecutive seasons. The Cowboys' strongest player, he became one of the NFL's top defensive performers in 1977 after 2 seasons as a backup middle linebacker. Randy possesses a unique combination of extreme quickness, speed, and strength. He had 12.5 quarterback sacks in 1984, along with 108 tackles. That's impressive for a D tackle, D lineman. That's a cool card. I've never even seen that card before. Let's take a look and see where Randy White is on the all-time sacks leaders list. Okay, so he's not in the top 20. Not that I can see. No, not in the top 20. Still, Hall of Famer. Nice player. Half man, half monster. Darren Nelson. He's a fun Viking. If you like the Vikings, I guess. Lewis Lips, Doug Smith. Woohoo, yeah, I'm saving this one. Well, here's another one of the NFC Championship games. A lot of doubles in this box. Okay, This guy, Mosi Tatupu. Yeah, Polynesian brother. This guy I think was Tongan. No, he's a Samoan. This guy's from American Samoa. Yes, sir. Mosi Tatupu. One of the Patriots' most popular and exciting players, Mosi has never missed a game since joining the club in 1978. When he isn't at, I got to get one of his rookie cards. When he isn't at fullback or a wing in motion on short yardage plays, he's usually one of the first players downfield to cover a kickoff or a punt return for club. Born 4/26/55 in Pago Pago, American Samoa. Check it out, American Samoa. Yeah, big ups to our family in Samoa, to the whole crew there, especially Mom. Love you, Mom. Hopefully this pandemic ends so that we can come and visit you this coming summer. All right. All right, that's Mosi Tatupu. Probably didn't know that he was Samoan, huh? Yeah? Well, now you know. I'm just trying to get a sense of... Yeah. Yeah, it's just the way the cards were settled. Just got to be careful when you open these up. Peel this back a little bit. Those of you that are card collectors, you know what it means to be careful when you open up these old vintage packs of cards. Otherwise, you can ruin every card in the pack if you're not careful. Excuse me. It's not like opening up the newer packs. Although, you gotta be careful when you open those up too, I think. And back in the day when you bought these, ain't nobody taking care of how they open up the packs. You rip them open. Put them in the spokes of your bikes, right? Comment and let me know if you ever put any cards you bought in the spokes of your bikes. I did it. That's an old school thing. Kids were doing that back in probably way back in the day. Alright. That one was a little tougher to open up. Alright, these don't look to have too much damage on any particular corner. Nothing yet here. Bobby Kemp. Another Gary Danielson. Oh, another Darryl Green. That's pretty nice. Morton Anderson. That guy kicked forever. He's one of the best kickers in all time, too. Steve McMichael. Dang. Garbage. I mean, maybe not. Guess it's kind of one of those things if you can kind of peel it off, but look at that. It's like, oh. Oh, oh. That piece is just chunked on there. Let me take this. Yeah, I can't even get that off. Oh, here we go. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that part's just like totally crystallized. Forget it. Not even worth it. All right, who we got here? Rod Martin, Werner Maxwell, another Greg Bell. Had about 3 of those. Bill Moss. Ooh, now here we go. Sweetness sets record straight. Not perfectly centered. But what an awesome card. Man, Walter Payton was so good. Any kid who loved football loved Walter Payton. Ooh, here's a record breaker. Another one of these. That one's in pretty decent shape too. Let me put this one in a sleeve. Get through these other ones. Clayton. That card's worth a little money too. We are officially halfway through. So let me get this Clayton in a sleeve. And then let me put this Walter Payton record breaker in a sleeve. Yeah, it's not a 10. I mean, finding these in a 10, it's like finding a needle in a haystack. Plus the card has a little fading on the right hand side. Let's take a look though, see what's at in the PSA 9. So type in Walter Payton record breaker PSA 9. Yeah. So it sold on December 6th for $128. November 18th for $157.50. So even in an 8, what's that look like? $50. So I mean, if you can get this graded for $10, $12, you get it back and it comes back as an 8, you're looking at selling this for $50. $55, $50. These are solds and completeds on eBay. Let's see about that sweetness sets the record straight. That's the one prior to that. Sweetness sets the record. Let's go PSA 9. Well, it doesn't look like anybody's had it graded. Yeah, huh? Might be a pop 1 in terms of having it graded. I think it's a great card. Nice and close. Look at that hole. Running against the Packers. It was a pretty frequent event for Packers fans back in the day. All right, so let's take a look at this pack here. Steve DeBerg. That guy played about 1,000,000 years in the NFL. Played for 1,000,000 teams. Pretty impressive career, all things considered. So, TE2 Edge Sports Cards. TE2 stands for the edge effect, which is basically what happens in an ecotone. It's like the middle of a Venn diagram, is what I like to tell people. And so I decided to call the sports arm. TE2 has a realty. All right, so we do realty through North Star Real Estate Associates. My broker is a gentleman named James, who I went to high school with. Great guy. He has tons of real estate agents, very successful brokerage. So I do a little real estate stuff, not a ton. The main activity that I do for TE2 is I do consulting. So I do consulting mostly in the field of education, but also around policy. Let's see what we got here. Dave Wilson, another Mike Webster. He died at the age of 50. I think I read a stat where he had so much brain injury from playing football, it was equivalent to 24,000 car accidents. That's terrible. A lot of these older players just were not taken care of the way they needed to be. Bill Bates, I think that's a rookie card though. Billy Bates. All right, here we go. Oh, shoot. That's an Elway. You can see the upper left-hand corner of that fisheye. And you get dinged a little bit for that. Actually, there's two. Very nicely centered, though. You take those fisheyes out, and that's a pretty valuable card. Yeah, so TE2, I do consulting. It's just me, nobody else. And yeah, strategic planning, strategic implementation, policy, legislative stuff. Tommy Kramer, Viking. McCofer, Rulon Jones. He was a nice player back in the day. .43, yeah. Quarterback sacks. He was a nice player for a while. I don't know what his final stats looked like, but he was good. You know, we haven't gotten there's another Mark Clayton rookie. We haven't gotten a regular Walter Payton card. Well, here's a fun card. Record-setting ground attack. It's Dickerson. Wendell Tyler. 49er. Yeah, so T2, so there's the, I'm an author, published author, wrote a book back in 2018 called Uncovering Indigenous Models of Leadership, and it's an ethnographic case study of leaders from my family and clan back in Samoa. Much respect to all those folks who helped with that, with the interviews and providing the data and information. A little bit of a gunk on that Elway card. Deal with that a little bit later. Yeah, so the book, you can find it on Amazon. There's a hardcover copy that's about $90. It's an academic text, but it's also a non-academic text too, I suppose, for lay people to read as well. And then the book has music that goes along with it. The album's called Heart of the Matter. And there are songs that you can listen to that are paired with the book. A little bit of that. That's TE2, and then I used to do Uber and Lyft driving too. I've had a lot of different types of work. Mostly was in education. Have been in education since 1999. Pretty much did every position you can think of in education other than being a superintendent. Never done that job. I don't know that I would want to at this point. It's a tough job being a superintendent. I mean, being a principal, assistant principal, being a teacher. My goodness, look at all what teachers have had to go through over the last 18 months, 2 years. I mean, it's just tough. This pandemic's just not ending. You know, it's just gotta get through this period of time here in our history. All right. Yeah, so I was a teacher, coach, mentor, administrator, principal, assistant principal, director, executive director. And then a few years back, got out of the public ed side of things and started doing my own business and consulting, and that's what I'm doing now. That's why I have a decent amount of flexibility with my schedule to kind of do things that follow along a pattern that's flexible and allows me to do different things at different times. Yeah, another Jacoby. Another Tippett. Got a couple of those. Little Joe Washington. I don't know. Ooh, another Montana. Nice. Little Joe Washington. Played for the Bills. No, played for the Chargers, Colts, and the Redskins. Washington. Decent player. And here's another Montana. This one, unfortunately, is not centered. It's too bad. Yeah, you find these old cards centered and you're pretty lucky. That's why I was excited about that Marino earlier. Another Clayton. This one's scuffed up though. I'll pass on putting that in a sleeve. Another Dickerson. Record-setting ground attack. Oh, ooh, this one's in good shape. Ah, it's diamond cut. Dang. Yeah, diamond cut. The image is not even. Well, slightly diamond cut. Not really bad, but it's pretty minimal. All right, let's get these in a sleeve. Otherwise, it's a pretty clean card. Centering looks pretty darn good on this. It's not worth a ton though. I think what's this worth in a 10? I mean, with these cards, what even is a 10? I mean, it's like the 1971 Topps baseball set. Like, what's a 10? I mean, how many 10s are there? Probably not many. All right, so in that pack, we got a Joe Montana. That is our... How many Joe Montanas we had now so far? Not a small amount. Yeah, we got 3 Joe Montanas so far. All right, see there? Not bad. Still, though, looking for the Warren Moon rookie card. I'd love to get at least one of those. Although I do have one, but it's not in great shape. I'm not going to look that Dickerson card up. I think I've already. Well, let's take a look here. I said I would do it. PSA website's been down for a little bit. Let's see if it's back up. PSA, that's actually a much more efficient way to look up auction price realized. 1985 Topps. All right, here we go. See if this works. Yeah, it's back up and working again now. I was getting an error message. So let's go to 9. Yeah, so the Walter Payton record breaker. How many of those do we have? 1. Different cards are worth different amounts. Okay, we just got the 1. But this card here, and a 9, the average price is $181. Yeah, decent card. Even as an 8, which I'm pretty sure this is at least an 8, you're looking at anywhere from 25 to 50 bucks in the last year and a half. So, worth getting graded? Yeah, probably. I mean, because if you get a 9 on it, it's definitely worth it. All right, let's take a look at this one here. coming down to the last. Gotta make sure there are no. So a lot of people talk about the 1984 Topps football set, and as they should. There's tons of rookies there. It is, you know, I mean, you're looking at Marino, you're looking at Elway, two of the probably top 10 quarterbacks all time. I mean, Elway, from a statistical perspective, might not be as great as some of the greats of all time, but the guy went to 5 or 6 Super Bowls? 1, 2. I think he went to 5 Super Bowls, lost 3 Super Bowls, and then the final 2 that he went to in the late 90s he won, or his team won. You know, that was the Terrell Davis group, and Steve Atwater led the defense. So, you know, and then Marino, he's probably got I mean, he had a lot of the passing statistics before Tom Brady came along. Most yards, that sort of thing. All right, another Charlie Joyner. I don't know how much that card's worth, but here's a large one. This one's in nice shape. It's got a little wear on the surface there, though. It's tough. Irving Fryer. I wonder what that card's worth. Let's take a look. It's a rookie card. $325. Go back to APR. Scroll down. Yeah, not too much. $25. Still, it's a rookie card. He was a good receiver. Tony Hill. It's one of the things you want to do when you get these 85 Topps football. Another Joe, man, wish these Joe Theismanns were Warren Moons. Another Joe Theismann. My goodness. Another Tom Flynn, too. So Tom Flynn, I don't even remember him. I was a Packer fan. Oh, he's a rookie. Huh. He led the NFC in he had 9 interceptions his rookie year? Man. That's really good. I don't even remember him. I tossed that one. Totally destroyed by the gum. Reggie Williams, Tommy Hannon, Fred Smerlis, Mike Merriweather, Ken Anderson. Ooh, there's another Stenerud. Yeah, not a great cut, but Billy Sims. 63. Let's see what this is worth. This one's in pretty good shape too. Not much. $8.99. Randy White and a 9 is $100. Let's take a look at a couple of these here. Just let me call these out. These are all 9s, PSA 9. So the record breaker 181, that's the Peyton. Richard Dent All-Pro rookie card, which we've gotten 4, is 155. One of those has got to be a 9. The Walter Payton card in the 9 is worth $542. That's a money card. We haven't gotten any of those yet. Let's see here, what else? Oh, the Paul Kaufman in the 9? Haven't seen that yet, but that's $92. The Dickerson's 100, but that's not a 9 that we got. Let's see here, going down the list. Joe Montana, 104. I don't think we have any 9s though in that card. Of the 3 we've got, I don't think any of those are 9s. Darryl Talley, $37. Must be his rookie card. He was a good player. Spider-Man is what they called him. Oh, look, the Elway in a 9 is 177.75, so it's worth more than the Montana. And then the Moon is 137. Art Schlichter 108. Art Schlichter. Who's Art Schlichter? Never heard of him. Ray Guy 113. Howie Long 71. Haven't seen that yet. So I've seen a couple Ray Guys in this stack. We'll have to go back in it. Mark Clayton 54. We've got about 3 of those. Marino's 102. Jack Lambert. Oh, I'd love a Jack Lambert. That's 35. Pete Holohan. Never heard of him. 49 bucks. Dave Craig. Okay. Daryl Turner. All right, so let's go through some of these cards here. Let's just take a little pause on ripping. See if we can find any of these people that I just mentioned. You just have to be patient with me while I go through these. Okay, so I'm not seeing anything in this stack that is particularly special. I'm going to set these over here. But like we're looking for Ray Guy, David Craig, Daryl Turner, Fred Quinlan, Wesley Walker, Joe Theismann. You'd think the Theismann would be worth something, but it really isn't. Pat Ryan, Marvin Powell. I'm sorry, you can't see these so well. It's kind of hard. I wish I had a better setup. Fred Dean. I don't know what that card's worth. 153. He was a nice player. And he might have been not $10, not too much. Might have been he might be a Hall of Famer. Gary Anderson. Man, Anderson looks young there. Todd Christensen. Okay, so nothing special in there. But who are we looking for here now? Let's go down this list again. Obviously, we're looking for Walter Payton. We don't have any of those yet. Tony Dorsett. Gary Hogaboom, $70 and a 9. Raphael Septien, $50. What? This is ridiculous. I mean, the amount of value. If you can, here's Art Schlichter right on top. Art Schlichter, or Schlichter, whatever his name is, 266. Art Schlichter. Dude, in a 9, this card's $109. You gotta be kidding me. Art Schlichter. All right, I'll take it. Look at this guy's name, Dan Dornink. Wow. Imagine if your name was Dornink. Renfro, Mark Wilson. Here's another Clayton. It's the one that's scuffed. Well, now that I know that that's worth as much as it is, I don't play no games with this. Charlie hears something. Who knows what it is? Kevin House, Joe Washington, Andre Tippett, Steve Freeman, Lionel Washington. Interception leaders, what's 196? Maybe that's worth something. I didn't think it was, but interception leaders, what? Recent price, $200 for a 9. Well, this is not a 9, but I've gotten a few of those and I haven't even pulled them out yet. Dude, these 85 Topps football are no joke. Right, Charlie? These 85 Topps football, tell you what, I'm playing games with this stuff. There's some valuable cards. 9s? I mean, some of these are 9s. I'm kind of going off here, but I'm excited. I didn't realize that so many of these cards were good cards. I mean, Art Schlichter, who's that guy? I never even heard of him. I mean, Ray Guy, $113? You gotta be kidding me. Jim Arnold, Bruce Hardy, is he one of them? 312? Some high number cards. Maybe it's because they're high numbered. No, Bruce Hardy not. Pete Johnson, $29. I'll tell you what, I've never even heard of Pete Johnson. Sorry, kind of not doing a very good job. This card, Steelers Dolphins, number 8. What's that card worth? AFC Championship game. $26 and a 9. I mean, when the prices come down, I'm going to be getting a bunch of these graded. Barkley, Henry Allard, Phil Simms. Yeah, Simms would be nice, but it's all jacked up because of the gum. Okay, let's look at this group. Uwe von Schaman. Uwe von Schaman. He's a baller. That card's kind of roughed up. William Gay, Doug Martin, Pruitt, Ed Murray. I know I saw a Ray Guy in here. Stump Mitchell. Jack Youngblood. That guy's a good player. Take him out. All right, gotta do a little organizing here. It's one of the things I love about cards. It helps you to get organized. Otherwise, you got cards all over the place. Not my style. All right, Daryl Turner. Now this card, Daryl Turner. It's one of the names. 391. Now it's not a 9. $36 and a 9 though. I bet you that's at least a couple, what, 8, 9, $10. Pete Johnson. This is a guy that was Pete Johnson, 313. So some of these higher number cards, it must be because $29 and a 9, because they were short printed. These cards were not easy to get. The 84s were easier to get than the 85s. I thought the 85s out of any cards from the 80s for football were the hardest ones to get. They just weren't as available. Bill Pickle, Sammy Winder. Still looking. Ralph Benerschke. I like Ralph Benerschke. So I'm going to have to go through all these again and just make sure that I'm capturing everyone. Duper, Clayton. Man, that Clayton All-Pro in a 9 is $55. That's a trip. What's the checklist? $396. Maybe that's worth something. Checklist. It doesn't say. Sometimes those checklists can be worth something though. I'm gonna put that in there. Okay, so here's another interceptions leader, Kenny Easley, Tom Flynn. That card's worth some money at a 9. That one's not. Art Schlichter. Good old Art Schlichter. I like that name. It's not Sphincter, it's Schlichter. So what's this? Is that a 9? Probably not, but who cares? It's Art Schlichter. Steve Fuller, Mike Nelms, Mark Duper. Got a little scuff on it, but let's put him on there. Tony Hill, Ricky Jackson, Pat Tilley. What's this card? 146. Pat Tilley, $10 and a 9. Nope, not gonna do that one. Stanley Morgan, 329. Not worth much. The Andre Tippett's $15. Well, I found about 10 of them. Tom Flynn. Man, I can't believe how good this guy was. 70. Like, whatever even happened to him? $10. Yeah, pass on that. Eddie Lee Ivory, otherwise known as Ebony Ivory, Eddie Lee Ebony and Ivory. Love him. Munoz. Yeah, I'm tossing that one. Bill Kenny, Billy Sims, Johnny Lamb Jones, Plunkett, $2.97. I wonder if that Plunkett's worth anything. Probably not. Plunkett, negative. Gary Hogeboom. This card's worth some money. Now, why is it worth money? I don't know. 44. Gary Hogeboom? I don't think he was very good. But let me tell you something. In a PSA 9, Gary Hogeboom's worth $70. Now, that's not PSA 9. Look at the bottom. It's got some wear on it. Unfortunate. However, we might find another. And if we do, let's hope that it's in a 9 or a 10. Even better yet. Let's see here. Did we go through these? Hobie. I think we did. Jonah Ashley, Roy Irvin. Just be sure. Pretty sure I went through these. Yep. Okay. I know we're taking a little break here from opening the packs. And we're at 1 hour and 16 minutes. I feel sorry for the people that are gonna watch this. But I'll tell you what, you learn a few things doing this. Number one, you learn that you gotta be careful when you open these packs of cards that are old, vintage packs. Well, this isn't quite vintage because it's not pre-1981 or 80, whatever, but nonetheless, 37-year-old packs of cards. You gotta take your time with that. Secondly, we're finding that there are some hidden gems in these 85 tops. Steve DeBerg, what's he worth? Not much, $11. Wilson, all we need is a couple tens, baby. Billy Bates, 38. It's his rookie card, could be worth something. I love this PSA. Oh, Billy Bates in a 9. $42. Now, is that a 9? Probably not. But still, even an 8 might be worth getting graded. Joe Delamiere. Joe Delamiere. Must be French. Let's see here. He's from Detroit, Michigan. Yeah, probably French. Over to Chadwick. Rulon Jones. Let's see what that's worth. $243. $33? Are you kidding me? I like that Rulon Jones. It's my kind of guy. I got one of the McDonald's cards. It's a Rulon Jones. Leslie Frazier, 27. I'm like checking everything now. Leslie Frazier, no. George Rogers, 107. He was actually pretty good. I think he was a $5. Nope. Dave Craig. Ooh, that card's in tough condition. $388. Well, in a 9, it's worth $36. Gary Danielson. All right. So the higher number ones are Daryl Turner, Steve Larcher, Dave Craig, Kellen Winslow, Billy Ray Smith, $40. Pete Holohan, $41. Walter Abercrombie, haven't seen him yet. It's $30. Pete Johnson, 29 bucks. Tell you what, you got to do your due diligence. Joe Ferguson. Joe Ferguson. I don't think he's in the Hall of Fame, but he's a good player. Alvin, Texas. What are that card's worth? 201. Yeah, there's probably some Joe Ferguson fans out there. Card's in good shape too. Rose. Johnny Lamb Jones. 340. What's that card worth? It's a high number card. 11 bucks. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm gonna pass on that. Randy Cross. 152. That's a cool card. Oh, here's a checklist. 396. Yeah, it's not the more valuable one, but it's not even been graded. Here's a tippet. I think I've seen another tippet too. I have to go back through these. All right, last group. I swear there was a Ray guy in here. Tom Cousineau. Tom Cousineau is a decent linebacker. Kellen Winslow. 379. Yep, 25 bucks in a 9. Carl Banks. He's a good player. Jim Plunkett, 297. Yeah. Billy Bates. Rookie card. Punting leaders. 197. What's that worth? Not much. But that interception leaders? It's ridiculous. 200 bucks. Todd Bell. Yeah. Chris Hinton. 263. I wonder if it's a Hinton rookie. He should be in the Hall. Chris Hinton. If you don't know him. Yeah, I think he's going to be in the Hall too. Yeah, Chicago guy. Played for the Colts. Another Irving Fryer. I'll put that up there. Pete Johnson. Good old Pete Johnson. I'm going to keep one of those Tom Flynns. All right, so no Ray guy. I thought for sure there was a Ray guy in here. Unless I already put it in. Man, there's quite a few cards here. Look at this stack. These are all cards that got to go into sleeves. Good thing I bought a bunch. Is there a Ray guy in here? Let's take a look. How many Claytons we got? 1, 2, the 4 Dents. Got 2 of the Dickersons. Man, this is awesome. Got Elway. 2 Elways. Sorry, I gotta bring him here just a little bit closer so I can get my hands on him. All right, Marino. Stenerud. No Ray guy. So that's what's up. The high number cards are worth more. Presumably because they were not printed in the same numbers as the other ones. You got to pull out for sure the 9s. You got to take a look where some of the 8s might be worth getting graded. Now, PSA, $100 a card? No. No. Even the Merino's not worth getting graded at $100 a card. I mean, spend $100 getting it graded, you only make $100 selling it. But if the prices come down, especially on PSA, kind of at my limit with CSG grading. They're so tough on centering, and it's really hard. It's $396 again. It's the third time I've gotten this checklist card, but let's just see here what this is worth. Yep. Checklist in a 10, $40. Ain't bad. All right, let's see if I can show these two. Interception leaders again. It's constantly miscut though. Over here. Oh, geez, I left that on. That's too bad. It's not good. Don't want to leave the light on in the magnifier. Another Andre Tippett. Oh, guess what? That's what. Another Joe Montana. Touchdown, Ohio State. Oh. Brian Hansen, Cousineau, Thurman, Doug Martin, Carl Banks. A lot of duplicates. Oh, there's another Randy White. 52. What did we say this card was worth? Again, what was Randy White's nickname? Manster. Half man, half monster. So in a 9, that's worth $100. What's it worth in an 8? Still $22. I mean, it's worth it. If you can get it graded, it's taking a bit of a risk. Oh, Wes Chandler. Man. Love that guy's receiver. 370. I bet you that card's worth something. Let's take a look. Very acrobatic wide receiver for the Chargers. Used to play with John Jefferson. Oh, only $384. Wow. Okay. Another John Hanna. All right. So, what are we looking for here? Let's review. We definitely want to try and score at least one Walter Payton, because that card is by far the most valuable card. In a 10, Walter Payton is $2,000. What is the moon? Give me a second. Joe Montana, 104 and a 9. Elway's 177. Man, Elway's worth more than Marino or Montana. Ray Guy's worth more than Montana and Marino and a 9. Must be a hard card to get or something. Yeah, I missed the moon. I don't know. We'll find out if we get it. So we're hoping for a Warren Moon and a Walter Payton. get rushed. Don't rush. Don't get greedy. Take your time. Do it the right way. If you need time to do it the right way, take your time. It's worth it. All right, Bucky Scribner. He was a Packer. Probably Duckworth, 371. That's not even on the list. Ed Newman, James Wilder, John Spagnola. Receiving leaders. Another one of those. Got about 4 of those. Billy Ray Smith. I want to say this card's worth something. 378. $40 and a 9. Now, you got to ask yourself, is that a 9? Is that a PSA 9? I don't know. Tough to say. Maybe. Maybe not. If it is, so we're sending in. If it's not, what's it worth in an 8? Not much. $8. So, kind of one of those things where you really gotta scrutinize your cards. And I'm gonna start using a third party. I'm gonna start using Got Baseball cards down in Atlanta, or down near Atlanta. This is Joe's shop. I'm done sending cards in by myself, on my own. I think the grading companies give the shops, especially the bigger name shops, a better rap, better deal. Oh, here's a Howie Long. Yeah, that's cool. That's a cool card. That one's worth a little bit. Let's see here. That's a 292. But it's like $40. Ooh, 7150 in a 9. Yeah, might be a 9. You never know. What do you think? A 9? Oops. Yeah, the cut. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Art Monk Record Breaker. Card number 5. It's like every single one of these you got to check. No, that's $1. Ronnie Lott. 156. So we gotten 4650 and a 9. Now this, that's what a 9 looks like in a 1985 Topps card. All right, so far this pack we've gotten Howie Long, Hall of Famer, Ronnie Lott, Hall of Famer, James Lofton, also a Hall of Famer, Brian Holloway. This card's worth some money too. I think I saw 327. That card looks like it's in good shape too. Oh, maybe not. $10.99. Okay, thought it was worth more. It's not. Let's put these over here. Oh, we got a game going here. Minute and 54 seconds left. Ohio State was up 45-38. Looks like Utah just scored. Utah's got a tight end that's really good. Don't sleep on him, especially in the draft. You gotta stand up for a second. All right. We're almost 3/4 of the way done. The first video was an hour, 4 minutes. This one's at an hour and 35. I don't think a single person's gonna watch this whole video. That's okay. I ain't worried about it. So I'm putting in work right now. This is what it means to put in baseball card work, or football card work in this case. Not playing games. I got about 17, almost 20 videos now on the Alofa Movement channel, my YouTube channel. It's going to take another probably 50 to 60 to really get this thing moving. But when we do, it's going to be awesome. This type of thing, there's people out there that really enjoy this. They enjoy it not only for the business side of it, but they enjoy it for just the pure joy and the love of it. You can see some of the corners here been damaged a little bit. Hopefully that's not a good card that's damaged. I'm amazed at these high number cards. It's like an old set of vintage baseball. 324, Tony Franklin. Yeah, not much. Everson Walls. What is that card worth? Number 3. Charlie Joyner. I got about 5 of those. Holy smokes. And a 9. That card in a 9 is 40 bucks. You kidding me? I've got about like 8 of them. Now that one's not a 9, but still, one of them might be. Joe Klecko, part of the New York Sack Exchange. He was a good player. Joe Klecko. Card number is that 341. What's it worth? $25. Joe Klecko. Yes, sir. I think this is the most slept on football set of the 1980s. I mean, all it takes is, well, here's a Fouts. He's Hall of Fame. Another Daryl Turner. See, I mean, you're opening up one pack, $372. What's that worth? $115 and a 9? Is this a 9? Yeah, that's a 9. This is ridiculous. I'm telling you, 85 Topps football is no joke. $112.50 is what that says. So just by comparing, no, there is a little tiny fisheye on it. I get downgraded for that. But even in an 8. So let's just see what that sold recently in a 9. 1985, Dan Fouts. It's the only Fouts I've gotten. Well, a gem mint, $1,300. 8 is 13. Yeah, I'm not even seeing. I mean, a gem mint 85 Fouts is worth a rookie card from 75 and a 9. Almost twice as much, three times as much. Check this out. A 1975 Topps 367 card number, Dan Fouts rookie card. Oh, you know what? I gotta let the dog out. Oh, Charlie, come here. Easy. Let me just wait here a second. Let me pause this. Can I pause this? You know what? I'm going to stop. It's at 1:40. I'm going to let the dog out. We're talking about Dan Fouts. Where's that card? That Dan Fouts card. Oh, I put it on his sleeve. Okay, cool. Let me finish this pack, Charlie. What I'm saying is this. These 85 Topps cards are worth some money. It's not a joke. Daryl Turner. This card is also worth some money. $391. Charlie, I'll be there in just a second. Just a second, buddy. Todd Blackledge. Roy Green. Just a second, Charlie. I'll get to you in a minute. Just a second, buddy. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop this video. And there's another Ed Too Tall Jones. That one's in beautiful shape. I don't know, that card's not even been graded. All right, I'm gonna stop this. And then I'll upload 2 different videos. All right, I'll be back in a second.